Oh, it's good, YouTube. It's Dusk. It's a little late for this, but I'm gonna do my review of Raw from ended a couple hours ago. It's like 1:30 right now. I'm gonna pass out after I do this. I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet because I'm not really feeling that well. Um, Raw. It was in Hartford tonight, my home state, Connecticut. Yay! So actually, pretty decent crowd. Uh, Daniel Bryan's story of the night. I mean, I'm loving this like intense, aggressive character. It's about time they start showcasing all of his talents. I mean, he is just fucking awesome right now. He really is. And I hope this leads to big singles push down the road. Hopefully this summer at some point, maybe in the fall. Um, the six-man tag match started off the show. Daniel Bryan and Kane and Randy Orton versus the Shield. Shield ended up winning. So really good match to start the show. See, and then Daniel Bryan wrestled again later because he still thought he needed to prove himself. He wrestled Ryback, and Ryback put him powerbombed him through a table, so that match ended in DQ. It was a good match too. Daniel Bryan make anyone look good. Let's see what else. The main event was Cena versus Curtis Axel again, no DQ. Ryback interfered and speared, basically drove Cena through a table set up on the outside. So Curtis Axel 2-0 now versus Cena, although I don't really understand. I thought there were no countouts in a no DQ match, but fuck logic, right? That's WWE creative for you. Stephanie McMahon and Vince McMahon started off the show. They came out basically saying because Triple H was scheduled to wrestle Curtis Axel tonight, Game 7 NBA playoffs they were going up against, so they needed to do whatever they could to get a good rating. Steph came out. God, she is fucking beautiful. She's the hottest MILF I've ever seen. Um, yeah, she came out and basically said, almost kind of heelish, said to the fans, like, you guys need to stop being so selfish. Like Triple H isn't going to wrestle tonight, and they were booing and stuff. The crowd was chanting for Triple H because, the concussion thing, when he collapsed a couple weeks ago. Collapsed. And then Vince came out. I love how he's got, like, his old hairdo back, basically. It looks like that from back in the day. And then he kind of said was same thing as Stephanie. Triple H is going to wrestle tonight, and then Triple H ended up showing up later backstage and went into Vince's office and talked to Stephanie, and Vince said, "I'm wrestling tonight," and they basically said, "No, you're not." And then Triple H ended up leaving because he said, "Not because of like you or whatever. It's like so I don't end up kicking it like your dad's ass or whatever." Um, and it's funny when he got in his car or whatever, in a limo, whatever it was, and Steph was like, "Paul, come on, like, it's cool." I've never heard her call him by his real name on WWE TV before, so that was interesting. But so that's interesting. Next week, he said he will be up back on Raw, and he will be in that ring wrestling Curtis Axel. So we'll see what happens. Um, it's a crappy. There was Divas match, six Diva tag match. Caitlyn and I cannot stand her. And her crappy music and the Funkadactyls versus AJ and the Bellas, and Caitlyn and Funkadactyls won. Wade Barrett lost to the Miz. It's Fandango interference, Fandango. So looks like it'll be a triple threat match for the IC title at Payback. So that should be good. I like when they have multiple guys involved for the mid card titles. And then Chris Jericho and Paul Heyman had a funny segment, basically a contract signing for Punk versus Jericho at Payback. And, Paul Heyman was like, "Oh, you're going to be in front of a very partisan crowd, Chicago, Punk's hometown." Like, Jericho was like, "Oh, well, maybe we should move the match, Los Angeles, SummerSlam, or like, how about Madison Square Garden?" He was just joking around. He's like, "It doesn't matter if you're from Luxembourg, like Timbuktu, or any of these other places, like, I'm going to wrestle you or whatever." So, yeah, so they both signed it, and I still have a feeling WWE is going to pull a swerve, like Punk's not going to show up to Payback, because honestly, I wish the guy could get more rest. I really hate how he's being rushed back, but we'll see what happens. Like, I'm thinking maybe Curtis Axel, they'll pull a swerve, and Curtis Axel will Maybe show up, face Jericho. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I just have a feeling Punk's not going to show. And rightfully so. I think he should take at least 2 or 3 more months off. I know it's a while, but hey, the guy was champion for over a year and like 3 months. Or actually, no, just basically a year or a month, whatever. 400 something days, 434 days, I believe. So he'd take at least 2 or 3 months off the whole summer. I know it sucks, but hey, Vince, you got to trust the other guys. And speaking of Payback, man, it sucks if Dolph's not medically cleared to wrestle right now. I know it's in 2 weeks now, but it just sucks. Ever since he became world champion the night after WrestleMania, he hasn't even defended his title at a pay-per-view yet. Extreme Rules, obviously, he got a concussion a couple weeks for Extreme Rules, or like a week before, of course, which fucking sucked. So yeah, and he's been out, so now he wasn't able to defend his title at Extreme Rules in that triple threat ladder match, which I was really looking forward to. And now Payback looks like he's not gonna be able to defend his title there. So I mean, it's just ridiculous. It sucks how that had to happen. Obviously, I'm not pissed that he's not rushing back, because when it comes to concussions, especially in wrestling, you don't want to fuck around with that. So until he gets the go ahead from his doc, I guess, take as much time as you need, Dolph, but I can't wait to see him back in the ring. And let's see what else. Anything else happen? Oh yeah, oh yeah, Big E Langston lost to Del Rio for the third time. I guess third time. They said that was their rubber match or whatever. And for God's sakes, Big E, put on the tights you wore when you debuted. They were basically the same, but a little longer, like a little extension at the bottom, down near your thighs at least, so we don't have to see your fucking ass every match. Like, really fucking stupid are you? And that can't be comfortable. I mean, it looks like you're fucking got a thong riding up your ass. So Del Rio won that. And first, when is AJ gonna face Caitlyn for the Divas title? How about put it at Payback? Cole said 3 times tonight, somewhere down the line they'll face off. Like, just put the fucking title on AJ. I hate Caitlyn. And what happened? Where's Jack Swagger? Honestly, that DUI fucked him over, man. Elimination Chamber, he won the match to become #1 contender for the world title at WrestleMania. He was on top of the fucking world. And then what? Literally a night later, or it was the night after Elimination Chamber when he was driving to the next town or whatever. It was that night or the next night on Raw. I don't know, whenever it was, but I knew as soon as I saw that his push was he was not going to win the world title. He was scheduled to win the world title at WrestleMania and probably have a nice reign. And Ziggler Money in the Bank would probably cash in some point in the summer before Money in the Bank. So if anything, Swagger would have had like a 4 month reign. But now he wasn't even on Raw tonight. He wasn't on Raw last week either because Canada, he can't be in the country, I guess, because of legal problems. But yeah, it just fucking sucks. They showed Zeb Coulter on the WWE app backstage during the show talking about something. I didn't catch what he said, but it really fucking sucks. Swagger's one of my favorites, and I really hope he doesn't get buried now. I mean, it really just fucking sucks. But if he does, can't help but, put the blame on him. He did it to himself, and it just pisses me off that these guys continue to get chances and continue to fucking screw themselves over. Really, it's frustrating. So hopefully Swagger's, not getting completely buried. Hopefully he'll be on Raw next week and start wrestling more. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Raw ended basically with Ryback taunting Cena while he was laying through the broken table and mocked him, said, "You can't see me." This was kind of funny. And yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Ryback, and personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I have to say, once he turned heel, he surprised me. He's really not that bad on the mic, and I think, of course, some of his, he could do some things better, and obviously he's not the greatest in the ring, but he's his own person. He's not like a Bill Goldberg, or he's a Ryback. He's the Ryback, but yeah, I'm honestly enjoying him as a heel. I think he's badass, and I like seeing him destroy people. I mean, those 3 power bombs on Kofi Kingston through the tables on SmackDown was just fucking vicious. Yeah, and I like his style of power bomb too. Yeah. So where he kind of just he like when he hoists him up, it's not like his face is in the guy's crotch. He's actually got him over on his shoulder for extra fucking torque when he brings him down. So yeah, extra force. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying Ryback as a heel, and obviously I doubt he's gonna win the Payback 3 Stages of Hell, but guy can hope. At least if anything, hopefully he beats the shit out of Cena. And geez, every time he enters now in the ambulance, the siren's going off. I'm expecting to hear "Holler if you hear me," like Scott Steiner's music. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Wow, 10 minutes, and I said I was gonna keep this short. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Raw tonight. Let me know what your thoughts were, and if you enjoyed the show. It's a pretty decent crowd too. So yeah, I'm not sure what Raw is next week, but Payback is in 2 weeks. I think it's Sunday, the 16th. Yeah, Father's Day. So yeah, we'll see what happens the next couple of weeks. Last couple of weeks of build up leading up to the pay-per-view. So comment, subscribe if you want to, guys, and yeah, have a good night. I'm out. Peace.